Welcome to the Canadian Investors course, Session 5, The Economics that Move Various Investment Assets, Commentary section. Slide 2, as before, is the terms of use and disclaimer, which we'd request that you read. Here's Obama on the stand with Ben Bernanke. We both want 4 more years, so keep printing, Ben. That was Obama's mantra. So what caused the yield curve to change? There are exceptional circumstances that can cause changes, but here is the general evolution of change. Economy growing at a good pace, usually growth period is 4.5 to 6 years, so if you're near the end of that cycle, start to pay attention. Inflation, particularly wage inflation, starts to appear. This makes bond investors nervous. An investor in longer-term bonds treats inflation as a major negative. Bond investors generally want to earn yields that are 1 to 2% above inflation. A 2% real yield is typical on a 10-year bond. As inflation or the perception of inflation grows, bond prices fall and bond yields climb. Rising bond yields are bad for governments because they borrow money. They're also bad for mortgage rates. The central banker, Federal Reserve, must raise short-term interest rates, which will affect the bank rate and borrowers. As this happens, bond investors begin to realize that as the Fed raises its rate, the economy will slow and inflation becomes less of a threat. Bond yields on long bonds stop rising, begin to reverse as the Federal Reserve raises short-term rates to the point where the yield curve reverses. Now, next slide, page 5, shows U.S. generic government bond from 2004 to 2007. You can see the peaking, second rise, and then a fall off. And you can see the U.S. Fed funds rate gets really exciting right around the time of that fall off. If we look at the slide again a different way, you can see that those 2-year government bond yields, the first rally they made, you can see the dip and the inversion of the yield curve. And that's it for the commentary for the bond for the economics section. Thank you for listening.